Good day, good people. It's another fine day. It is a day. I can't even say it's a fine day in the year of the Vibrant. Toon Link, Dave, Bravo, Anomaly, the Anomalcaris. I'm the United States Aviator, and you saw what just went down. It sure is going down. We are full steam ahead to hopefully the end of Shingo's time in charge here. This past month and a half so far has been trying. And we still got Fracture this Friday. We still got a couple more Rebellions. And then we're back in an assessment period, a reassessment period, which hopefully, I don't even know what I'm hoping for at this point, man. I don't know. But I think what we need to really talk about is tonight's main event. It's going to be Deity Miku, and it's gonna be Neru in an I Quit match. If Neru says the words, I quit, she will leave the IRC. But if Miku says I quit, she will leave the AW. As she just wanted to quit on her own. She wanted to say, no, I'm out of here. It's kind of weird in a sense. So Shingo denied it, but with our contracts, we can't have contracts on the line in matches. I don't like that Shingo knows that that's possible now. I guess she already did in a sense, since she used the match to, essentially fire Sammy. But I digress. It's a big feel at the main event. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but I'm going to be here with you guys, and we're all going to see together how this unfolds. We have Pai, who wants any member of the Third Law, as he's been crashing out recently, to go one-on-one with him. We have a tag team match in the middle of our show. Claude and Olivier, the Scheme Team, are going up against Eito and Sampo, the Facade, Skeletor and Dante, after their incredible performance last week. No, they're going one-on-one. And we'll see how that thing plays out. They have both been, kind of had a big highlight reel during that matchup. But we're all starting. Don't forget about this as well. March 7th will be after that match, and she will be addressing her forever reign. We're starting this show off with a little bit of Elphelt, Valentine, and Darumi going one-on-one here, Rebellion, and it starts as the stars go black. Okay, it all kind of almost loaded exactly correctly. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute, what? Okay, punch up is there for Elphelt. Goodness gracious. Starting this thing hot, apparently. Goodness. And a big forearm, and that might have riled Elphelt up even more. Goodness. Darumi and Elphelt, both very new to the AWE. Darumi appeared for the first time, I believe, during Rumble season. Elphelt during Valentine's Violence. Both look to make their name for themselves. Both, I think, could have tremendous careers, and I think more importantly, Elphelt may have found herself a husband in her first couple of weeks here in the AWE, maybe in her first full week? Is that correct? Within a week, she had somebody sign a marriage document? That might be true, and it might be true to Form 4 as just a kick out of one. She's got to go one-on-one with Darumi. About 2 weeks ago, I believe, Elphelt came out with Punch Up. Was not instrumental, but being there, I probably did boost Punch Up, so wait a minute. She's already got a, oh my gosh, the Heart Punch! Heart Punch right to the chest of Darumi, that's one. But just one. Let's cycle back a second, actually. Just recently, Punch Up pinned Robbie Rodden with Elphelt by his side. We know that those two are gonna go down the road. I believe Punch Up is going to have another little open challenge. If he's able to win that one, he'll fight Robbie Rodden will fight an open challenge this Friday. If he's able to win that fight too, he'll go one-on-one with Punch Up for his Fight Forever Championship. If he loses that one too, I'm being told it will be a triple threat match for the Fight Forever Championship as we kick off the road. The unbeaten path, oh my gosh, a boom! Dropped her right into the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out. Darumi's getting washed right now. Is this the power of love? It might be. Big split on Darumi. Goodness gracious, Elphelt is going a little crazy, calling for Darumi to get up. Darumi has been unable to get really any offense in. Off the ropes, big crossbody into the pin again. Darumi 1, Darumi 2, Darumi kicks out. Darumi's still surviving, and I want to keep it a buck with you. It is truly surviving in this matchup. She has had no answer for any of the offense that Elphelt has been putting on. And I think we all know really the reason for that. It's because Punch Up is there. Punch Up did show up at the last second while those two were like kind of almost dueling it out there. Punch Up ran from the back to be by Elphelt's side, which to me is still crazy. I'm admittedly shocked. Are we about to have another wedding in the AWE? Big chop! Oh my gosh! By Darumi, 1, 2. Scissors edge chop with that one, or sorry, knife edge chop with that one. Goodness. Ugh. Elphelt able to get back up, missing that, and fell right into this by Darumi, swinging the arm and drives. Elphelt into the mat, 1, 2. Kick out, no resiliency. Hold on, both of these girls now are starting to cook a little bit in their own respects. Darumi all the way to the top, going big. And maybe knock the lights out of Elphelt. Stomps on the back of her head, runs off the ropes. Double axe to the back. Elphelt's got to get her head back in the game. Another elbow drop to the back of the neck. And just like that, Darumi's turned this match around for herself. And now gnawing at the hands. Okay, so when Sarah does it, we think she's lost her mind. When Darumi does it, that's just Darumi for you, not for nothing. Again, dropping that knee, and Darumi, I think, going up to the middle rope. Went for another double axe, but gets caught by Elphelt, rolling out of the way. Darumi's almost got another finisher. If she can get one reversal, Elphelt's in incredible danger. But El, not giving up. Cartwheel into a big knee strike right on the nose, but Darumi stands right back up and uppercuts Elphelt. Into the ropes, goes underneath, but catching the leg. Elphelt's still alive in this fight. And I want to point out Elphelt, oh my gosh, hold on, armbar. Darumi rolls out of the way, and kind of a head spin, goodness gracious, out of that move. But a little step faster, pops her up, and sometimes love hurts. 1, 2, bro? Dude? What? Darumi? Stomps on the back of Elphelt. Oh my gosh. Oh, Elphelt didn't reverse the finisher, but look at this. Dived, weaved out of the way, hit the heart punch. Darumi is in more danger than she's ever been in this whole fight. Pops those arms. Love hurts. A little heartbreaker bomb for 1, 2. And that's all she wrote here tonight. And a strong little exhibition match between these two. Darumi fought her way back from, and I want to point out, getting decimated in the first half of this match. Made it a real fight between the two of these two, but at the end of the day, her heart was broken. And Elphelt stood tall in our opening match at Rebellion tonight. Shot right behind, popped up, and sitting down. We got ourselves another 1v1 about to come out. I'll tell you right here in a second. In a second, I'll tell you what. Off the ropes, a big crossbody. You got to imagine that we'll see both of these competitors at some point in the golden ticket qualifiers. We've got 2 more this Friday. So far, we've seen Miss Ruby, qualify. Oh, wait a minute, look at this. I don't know what Darumi calls this one, but bam. At her right where she wants her for 1, for 2. You can see Punch Up kind of freaking out back there, too. Up to the top rope. Darumi, honestly, it looked like she was going to go the distance until that other double axe landed, or I'm sorry, missed. Elphelt was able to roll out of the way, and that's when momentum started to shift back into her favor. Miss Valentine rocks her way to victory tonight with Punch Up in her corner. I thought this could have been like, not quite one-sided because we've seen them show up for each other. And hold on a minute, look at that, he loyal? Hold on, he loyal? Well, if you gave me a million guesses in the world, give me the stars real quick. I would not have said that those two would have worked out, but did she finally find herself a husband, or is there more to this than meets the eye? We'll see down the line, but we gotta go on. One match down, a couple more to go. Are you ready? Because we have, in a response to the the lengthy triple threat match that featured Skeletor putting Dante through flaming table after flaming table, they go one-on-one here tonight. Skeletor, Dante, are you ready? Because it's about to begin. As the stars go. Play. And let me tell you about Skeletor stocks. They were never low. But after last week, they skyrocketed. He is a man who loves himself a flaming table. And he is... He made a lot of new fans last Sunday. If he didn't already have you in his corner, he said, if I got a spot, I'm putting it out there. Skeletor, the best of luck to you tonight because you're going one-on-one with a man with a with an entity with a clock for a head. Dante. Skeletor, one-on-one. Excited to see how this thing plays out. Skeletor, we know a little bit, not even a little bit. This man is a powerhouse. He has competed for championships in the past, but has never been able to quite get the job done. Last time I believe he had a title match, it was at Brawloween, fought for the United World Championship in a backstage brawl. Those matches are notoriously hard to win. Arrow retained in that fight. I believe it was Kevin, it was Skeletor, and it was Arrow. And they took the victory. That being said, Skeletor looking to advance his career tonight by going up against a relatively newcomer in Dante. Now Dante, I gotta admit, also made some new fans this past Sunday. They were taken to the limit, but they didn't get pinned in that fight. Skeletor said, tonight you will, as he looks to continue his reign of dominance. But Dante, they got other plans. Their plans show off, show the world that they didn't get pinned, and if it were elimination, that they could have pinned Skeletor. No matter how many flaming tables they went through, rather, their head is engulfed in those flames. Let's see exactly what unfolds tonight when the clock goes against the skeleton. Whose time is running out, and who will be boned as these two go one-on-one. Right now, Jessica calling our action. As Rebellion rolls on, Skeletor weaves out of the way. Dante ducks immediately, and now these two, they're grappling. Both went for big strikes early, both weaved and ducked out of the way of each other's strikes, and now it's a show not just of strength, but technical prowess, as Skeletor has that side headlock locked in real tight real tight around the clock, maybe trying to pop the clock out of the head chassis. I'm not even sure what's going on there. As now, look at, hold on, Skeletor. We referred to him as a bit of a powerhouse earlier, but we know he's got pretty strong submissions too. But Dante able to get out of that. Oh my gosh, combination with a back, I don't know if that was a backhand or a back elbow. It went so fast. It was like seconds turned to milliseconds how fast he was moving. Oh, but Skeletor saying, come on, get up, Dante. And they are up back to grappling. Skeletor saying, come on. We already proved that I'm better than you with that, but look at that. This time Dante gets the advantage. Tosses Skeletor into the ropes. Oh, I think he was going for something there, but Skeletor with a back elbow off the ropes. Oh my gosh, Skeletor crossbody. We call him a skeleton, but man's is built. He's a big, beefy boy. He's sculpted. He's got muscles on top of that skeleton. As these two continue to fight on. Skeletor, we know the goal. Honestly, we know the goal for both of these competitors. Try to make a name for yourself. Catch the eye, maybe, of management. Catch the eye of a champion. Because both, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Both of our champions, they're looking for a good fight. They're looking to fight the best of the best. And winning this matchup, it could get you there. It could get you there because both are looking for championship, championship opponents to test their mettle. Golden seems to be mixing up with Makoto going onward, but again, he just beat Ira. He just beat his mentor outside the ring. This is what I was talking about. Locks in that castle, Grayskull whipping that arm back, but Dante able to get out of it quickly. That was on the outside. I'm not sure how wise that was for Skeletor. Shot to the guts. Count of three, trying to get Dante back into the ring immediately. Oh my gosh, never mind. Just bounces that clock right there as he's climbed up to the top rope. Dante a step fast. But he stands there and takes it. Clock not feeling too good. The hands of time are, feeling rough, but reversing into a big shot on the jaw. Rolling up Skeletor, not the best idea. His arm is actually under the ropes there, but Jessica didn't see it at that angle. Dante still fighting back. Again, trying to do something there. Did not work out in their favor. Dropped onto the knee. Stood back up again. Dante firing back. We saw, oh my gosh, wait. Missed that backhand, and it was a backhand. I definitely saw it this time. What is this? A tombstone? Oh my gosh! Pile driver out of nowhere. Just off the regular. That's crazy. But look at that. Skeletor reversing the signature. That is not what you want to see. Unable to hit him there. Another crossbody by Skeletor. I think I heard a crunch from Dante. Hopefully their clock head didn't like fracture there. As again now in the ring, locking in that submission hold. Castle Grayskull is in, but Dante again able to get out of it. In dire straits, but is still surviving. Into the ropes, Dante. Oh, hold on. I was gonna say they're going up. Skeletor still down, and a big crossbody. He went soaring through the air. Soaring through the air right into Skeletor. Goodness. We talk about putting your body on the line for the business. And that's exactly what Dante just did. Stood back up. And just falling down with that neck breaker, using their body weight, using gravity, using whatever they can to get the advantage on the big man. Skeletor won, but just won still. After that massive flying crossbody, that big splash all the way to the outside. Oh, I think they were going for that GTS that they call the hands of time, but instead, Skeletor able to reverse, and Skeletor, oh my gosh, again into Castle Grayskull, ripping it way back this time. But again, Dante able to get out. Dante still surviving, but Skeletor still reversing. And oh my gosh, missed that backhand. But hits a big boot. Oh my gosh. Gears might have come flying out of the head. But look at this. Big flying clothesline. Dante still got life. Skeletor rolls to the outside. Okay, these two might be big time rivals at this point. Look at this. Turn around. Yanking at that ankle, pulling that thing back. Standing Skeletor up again. We are outside the ring. And a couple more knees. Skeletor very close to being stunned. Tried to use the signature outside the ring. Again, did not pan out. And look at the clubbing blows. We're at a count of 5. Halfway through our count. Skeletor comes back in saying, come on, Dante. Follow me, set me free, turned around and again going. Dropped into Castle Grayskull, connecting again. Again, Dante doesn't have any resiliency. Skeletor just lets it go. Skeletor lets it go. I think he realized he was a little too close to the ropes and now he's trying to drag Dante away. Stomps on that arm. And again locks in Castle Grayskull, trying to tear Dante apart. Rolling back into it this time. Dante's still alive. I don't know how he's okay still. Turn around. And a third time! Goodness gracious! Yanks him all the way back. His arms are starting to feel the effects. And Dante able to survive. They can't take one more of that. They can't take one more Castle Grayskull. The arms weaken. The arms limp spaghetti at this point. Going off the ropes. But oh, Skeletor tried to climb the ropes to get away. But Dante, they're saying it's time that you meet the hands of time. Skeletor avoided it the entire matchup. Skeletor, I don't think, has resiliency right now. 1, 2. Kicked out. Kicked out. Did not have resiliency. Able to kick out. Dante realizing they've got to, take advantage while they can, but a roll-up after this. After all the onslaught, no arms, limp spaghetti. That is all she wrote here tonight. Again. Again, now hold on. Again, hold on a minute. Again, I don't know if this is a good idea again. I don't know if this is a good idea again. I mean, well, keep it a buck with you. He's defeated Q-Taros. He's defeated Iros. He is the king of David versus Goliath bouts. Skeletor versus Gin might just be real. We talked about that earlier. You might catch the eye of a champion. And over the past couple of weeks, I think Skeletor may have done just that. Gin wanting to test his mettle against against Skeletor. Man. Okay then. We move on. We got tag team action. Gin and Skeletor. I'm sorry, we don't have tag team action. That's entirely my bad. That is after what we're about to witness right here, right now. March said it's time for her to celebrate everything that she's done the past year. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, over 365 days strong, I give you March 7th as the stars go. I'm sorry, as the stars go. Play. And there she is, ladies, and in fact, let me pull up the document here. That's a different Titantron. Hold on, what is that? Title history first. What do we have going on here? Sakura again. Oh my gosh. It's all jerseys. Of all the people that she's beaten during this title reign is crazy. Today is day 373. She is the Fight Forever champion, and there may never be another one like her. Only the, what, 8th one in the title lineage, and she has lasted, easily longer than every other title reign combined. She is March 7th. She is the longest reigning singles champion in AWE history, and she goes for another month or two. For another month, we'll be in real talking territory of she'll be the longest reigning champion ever. Eito Sampo, they're up there. But after a month, she can get to that top spot. I know she just wanted a year. And you can see look at that. Girly is excited. You know what? Kudos to March. She had to defend just recently in a Gauntlet Eliminator at day 364. She made it through that. And if she makes it through that, you gotta think she can make it through just about anything. She grabs the microphone. Let's see what March has to say. Okay. Oh, not barely. She did, yeah, Sakura did do that. She started dropping people on their heads. March perfected dropping people on their heads. Everyone who has tried has failed, and everyone who will try will fail. It's crazy work, but it's hard to disagree given her track record. Into the ground. Goodness gracious. I'm sorry? What is it? Hello? That's Ashi? A thank you to make. To Abigail. Abigail just beat her at this past. This past Inferno. Ugh. That shovel shot did bust her open. It woke me up. Forever ran into a bygone era. Okay. Okay, I guess Ashi is just made it known that this Friday she will be cashing in the bring me back, give me the stars. Okay. We might need to break down what we just saw. Now, I know Ashi. Ashi's competed in the AWE OC division for a while, for a long time, since really the get-go. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this from Ashi. I don't know what it is that has awoken inside of Ashi, but could it be the threat that it needs to be to take out March 7th? It depends on the wheel, because apparently this Friday will be Ashi versus March at a chance at Conquest for the Fight Forever title. But we still have tag team action to get through. I think March is out of the ring, so let's go and give me my stars. Oh my stars and garters. While around the horizon, certainly we're going to see you and Yosuke old times go 1-on-1, I'm sorry, 2-on-2 with the Bright family. We got a couple other teams that still want to make their mark and still win some tag team gold. Now, last week we saw Eito and Sampo team up for the first time, and admittedly, even though they got destroyed in the first half of the match, they kind of cooked in the second half of the match, and they said, give us another team. Shingo said, sure, why don't I? And tonight, they have the Scheme Team. Scheme Team have been looking to get a match here on Rebellion as well. What is their plan? I'm not sure. Their plan earlier this year was to bring Glory back to the tag team division, bring life back to the tag team division if they have to go through a brand new team to do so. Let's see if they can do just that. Claude here tonight. I mean, a very funky song, not for nothing. But with him is Olivier.
And his partner, representing the Clique from parts unknown, weighing in at 228 pounds.
A man who appreciates, respects, and loves love. I'm sure that he and Elphelt actually would have gotten along very well. In fact, he's probably rooting for Elphelt and Punch Up. The best luck to Olivier and Claude here tonight. Also coming up this Friday, I believe we're going to hear On's answer to the Flame Tribe. Will she join the Flame Tribe? Does their little family of 4 grow a little larger to 5? This Friday, you're going to want to be there for that, as well as 2 more golden ticket qualifying matches. Who will be in them? But probably some people that we've seen tonight as well. You know what I mean? Trying to think. Think to myself. If there's anything else. Well, one other thing is, in the midst of all of this golden ticket qualifying, remember that you still have entries for your golden ticket matchups. Your golden ticket submission box will close soon, very soon, if not like soon. Let me see when that is actually scheduled to close. Now that I'm thinking about it. Well, Eito comes out here. Eito very stern, very serious. I don't actually know where we pulled this Eito from, so that's something we should probably figure out. I digress though. As this sees they close next week. Correct. The 22nd, I believe, yes, is when the golden ticket submissions. So during this show next week, probably at the end of the show next week, essentially, they will close. So get in there. Get in there ASAP. You only got a week to make your decision on who to submit. A lot of submissions have already flown through. You guys will have the chance to vote starting next week. And here comes Sampo himself. Sampo really was trying his hardest to prove that he's not some sort of flop last week, and I think he may have taken a step forward in doing so. There's no shame in losing to Cassius Bright, losing to Joshua Bright, Joshua who will be in action this Friday as well against Yosuke one-on-one. Sampo. Hey, if he can get the job done against the Scheme Team tonight with his partner Eito, they might, I don't know, man. They might prove that they've got something. We'll see how it all plays out, though. Sampo, you gotta... Oh, my gosh. Anywho. As Sampo continues to get himself ready here tonight, a major shout-out to me. For being, you know, such a... And now I think everyone's starting to recognize being such a great leader in the AWE for so long. I just want to give myself a shout-out and give myself a hand clap because I was nowhere near as bad as Miss Shingo Lamingo. Big W's. I don't know, I just felt like someone needed to say that. Someone needed to say that. In my heart of hearts, I was like, ain't nobody giving me my respect, my due. Let me give myself my due. Sometimes if nobody else gonna do it, you gotta do it yourself. DIY as this matchup begins. Big hits. Oh my gosh, immediately out the gate, Claude. That was a nasty combo. Eito with a kick right to the head, though. Trying to slow things down against the high-flying Claude. Turns him around, but Claude with an elbow right to the nose. Sends Eito into the corner and looking for some tag team motion with his partner. Big hit there, rolling through. And this is what I was talking about. The speed with that drop kick to the chest. Assisted by Olivier. And now wailing away at Eito. They kind of did this the last time. Eito and Sampo, the last time they competed. One person kind of got the brunt of the attack, but then they made a tag and turned the entire match around. Let's see if they make that happen this time. They're not trying to, as a reversal by Olivier sends Eito to the ground. Once again, but a sneaky roll-up. That's not going to be nearly enough. One. But he did get one down. One down, two to go. We still have Pai versus a member of the Third Law here tonight at the AWE Rebellion Arena. And in our main event, who will quit? Will it be Neru quitting the IRC? Will it be Miku of the Deity Variety quitting the AWE? Big high-flying move by Claude. Oh my gosh. Scheme Team is taking out this little glasses-wearing dork out here. Neener, neener, neener. Oh man, lifted Eito up. Punch him right in the jaw. Has him up again, sends him down. Eito is taking a walloping in this matchup here tonight. Tags made back to Olivier. And I gotta say, once again, good tag team work and beautiful transition off the ropes into a Hurricane Rana. And they have been refusing to let Eito make that tag. Turn around, Eito now in the corner again. Once again, the last thing you want to see happen. Tag's been made back to Claude, and just a big old punch right to the gut. Making sure that chest and that body are in red. Oh, just barely caught him with that. I think he just barely caught him with the elbow there. And look at this, another cheeky roll-up again by Eito, trying to steal these matches as soon as he can, but it's not working out in his favor. Big knee drop does not land. Eito very close to being stunned, as Claude's going crazy here tonight, and another tag's been made to Olivier, but Sampo finally gets in for his tag team partner. It is an uphill battle now, especially as, oh, dropkick doesn't land. Sampo's still completely fresh, may be able to start to turn things around. They really do keep trying to go over and over again with these roll-ups. Now Olivier is the one who's got Sampo rolled up, not even one. Sampo wisely rolls out of the ring to escape that move as Olivier is drinking in the adoration from his fans, from the public. But Sampo weaves out of the way of that kick and just knocks Olivier flat down. I was gonna say, oh, swing blade by Olivier into a drop kick. I was gonna say, was that moment of celebration going to be what changes the match here tonight? I don't believe so, because look at this. Wait, no. Sampo reversing the signature of Olivier. And this may have just breathed life into this Facade team. Popped up. Olivier still able to reverse, though, and a shot to the back of the knee. Oh, looking. Not a German. Wheelbarrow. And wheelbarrow slam. Usually we see like wheelbarrow bulldogs, wheelbarrow DDTs. They just slammed them down afterwards. Big chops. Up and down, back, and spine potentially getting shattered there. Sampo thought it was wise to use some of that signature bar, but I don't think he knows who he's dealing with. Claude, I don't know what it is with Claude in that move, but off the ropes, it is a thing of beauty if it hits. One, just one. Like a mid-air lie detector, Sampo trying to make that tag. Claude not letting it happen. Claude, keep in mind, does have a signature ready, but instead looks to make some more tag team action happen here as a big clothesline. No, hold on. Big combinations by these two. Look at this by the Scheme Team. Man, oh man, right into an armbar. Sampo and Eito are getting demolished again, but once again, will it be like their last match? Will it be like the time where essentially they got destroyed for half of the match and they turned it all around in their favor as it spills to the outside? Olivier getting pushed away by Sampo. Sampo now has a signature as he's actually starting to wear down Olivier on the outside. If the signature hits on the outside, turned around, they might have a chance on Prettier. Oh, wait a minute. Going after the leg as well, count of 6. Stands Olivier back up. Runs Olivier towards the ring. Both do make it back inside. Sampo, however, uses that moment to celebrate. And just like Olivier, I don't know if it was a great idea. Trying to crawl over to the corner. Olivier lets it happen. Dusts his feet off at Sampo, saying, yeah, bring in the Eito kid. The guy I know who doesn't have a finisher right now, doesn't have a signature right now. I'll wear him down and I'll wreck him too. Stood right back up. But look at this. Eito reversed right into a pinfall afterwards. Hold on. 1, reverse the signature 2. Remember, after reversing that signature, you don't have any more signature bar left. He knew at that point Olivier was at his most vulnerable, had no resiliency if he was going to fail it, but reversing the signature right back, and now Olivier is a great danger. In the corner. Tag. Went for the tag team finisher, actually. Reverse the finisher, big uppercut. Stood up. Into the corner, Olivier able to reverse. Eito getting chopped. And getting tossed out of the ring. No, wait a minute. Not tossed out yet. Off the ropes. Drop kick down. Sampo yelling at Olivier. These two are arguing like crazy. And it looks like Olivier's taking the fight to Sampo as well. Shot right to the jaw. And Olivier is saying, okay, that's fine. I'll take down both members of this party. And takes down Eito for good measure as well. Olivier, is calling for Eito to get up. Big overhand strikes. Shot to the gut. Keep in mind, Olivier has a signature and a finisher. Eito crawling into the corner. Claude, rather, who's completely fresh. Still has that signature. Maybe looking at hold on. Where's Sampo going? Is he leaving Eito out there for dead? I kind of, no, he's not. He's still going after Olivier. Stopped him from using potentially the tag team finisher. I want to point out, keep in mind, he had a finisher ready that could have been the tag team finisher. It truly and sincerely could have. From the middle rope, though, frog splash lands right there. And honestly, it might be 1, 2. Not resiliency. No, Eito kicks out. Eito kicks out, and I think those two. Big splash to the back as well. Might be dealing with some shenanigans over there. Another big splash right afterwards. And a stop to the back. Both of them going back to their partners, it looks like. And what better time as well, because look at this. Lands that finisher. 1, and just 1. Goodness gracious. I ain't never seen a flying deer before outside of Santa's, but it ain't even Christmas. But somehow we're seeing flying deer again up in the sky. And a power bomb into the ropes. That's the first bit of real damage that Claude has taken. And I want to point out that might have been a smart move outside of the ring by Sampo, doing a little bit of extra damage to Olivier. That's smart in the sense that they have both of them to deal with, but a tag made, no, not going for the tag team finisher. Instead saying, I'm gonna run at you and it's gonna hurt. No, got the knees up. Got the knees up, and Sampo tried to hit a big, reversal, jumps over Claude and sweeps him right into a pinfall. These two are really, like roll-up merchants, dude. We have our count-out merchants in the reversal. In Hot Topic, but I think we might have just found our roll-up merchants. I have not seen more roll-ups from a team, maybe ever. As I continue talking about it, he goes for it again, and it's a kick out. Kick out, flying crossbody though. Claude rolls himself right back up. Stands. Sampo up, but Sampo gets the reversal, sends him to the corner. And actually, Scoop Sam's Claude down. Is he going up to the top rope? I'm not sure if that's a good idea, especially with Olivier standing right there. I think Sampo's starting to realize that, saying, all right, let me just stand him up and let me get him. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Uppercut into a low DDT. That might be the lowest down DDT I've ever seen. Eito tagged back in. Eito has a finisher very close to. Oh, wait a minute. We've seen this before. Sight's edge. On to Claude. This match may have just evened itself up again, just like the last time these two went 2-on-2 with another team. Somehow this strategy of just blowing the first half of the match seems to be working out in their favor, because Eito's got another signature. Oh, but Claude not staying down for long. Ducks out of the way though. Eito surviving. Eito got a little bit of height on him, to be honest. Not a short guy. He's kind of built. As the tag's been made. Runs into a big kick right onto the forehead of Olivier. Olivier forced to roll out. Realized he's seeing his own blood. Eito rolls out as well, saying, come on, follow me. Did not follow him. Rolls back into the ring, but rolls right into a submission hold by Olivier. Beautiful transition into it as well. Eito struggling, but able to get up to his feet. A couple of shots to the gut of Olivier. And a low drop kick. Wait a minute. That was a measured drop kick right to the small midsection, the lower midsection rather. Does he have something? I was gonna say, does he have a finisher from the top rope? No, he just delivered a nice little elbow drop. And honestly, that might be for the best, because if the tag happens, and it does, Sampo has him in a perfect position to hit his finisher, drops him. He takes your breath away for not even one. Somehow, some way, just like last week, they've worked their way back. Actually, not last week, 2 weeks ago. But Sampo realized a little bit too late, because now Claude's been tagged in. Olivier rolls to the outside, but maybe that's exactly what Sampo wanted. Wears down Claude as well. Top of the reversal, but keep in mind, he's still got a signature and a finisher. He doesn't need Olivier right now, as he's dragging Sampo all the way to the corner. But look at that. Eito with a shot to the head as Sampo goes down. Standing, ooh, a little standing shooting star. Tried to go into the ropes. Referee was in the way and may have ruined Claude's momentum. Leader of the Golden Deer. Head of the Alliance, but a tag's been made, ladies and gentlemen. Pops him up and sends him up flying. What a plan that was. Goodness gracious. Eito comes in to break it up. Claude, I think for a second they thought about stopping Eito. That would have been perfect for them, but realizes that Olivier still has a signature and a finisher if this thing lands. And it does. A thorn into the pin. 1-2. Resiliency's burned on Sampo. And I want to point out, Olivier still has a signature. Claude's got a signature. And they might be... How did that... okay. Oh, you could have fooled me. Popped up. Sent down. Sampo is in grave danger, but rolls outside of the ring. Claude goes to follow. Sampo, I think, realizing I might need to try and win this thing by countout, and may do just that. He earned himself a finisher right there. And he heads back in, back out, all the way up, but he's gonna have to turn himself around. And he did in the nick of time. He might have goaded Claude in to set Eito up. I I think this team might be the ones who are scheming. They may be the ones who are actually scheming. Because look at this, Eito with the reversal. Gets himself out of that situation. Low drop kick doesn't land. Claude lifts Eito up. Stands him up, punches him right in the jaw, trying to knock his glasses off. Neck breaker lands. Eito does have resiliency, and ladies and gentlemen, he might need it. As a big old frog splash, not from the middle rope this time, he goes all the way up and flattens Eito. His chest is burning up. Again, middle rope, off of the ropes. Goodness gracious! He mixed it up. Last time he did his finisher from the top rope, signature from the middle. This time he reversed it. I'm impressed that he was able to hit that from the middle rope. You have no distance to hit that from the middle rope. Goodness gracious, Claude. We talk about him being a high flyer. He's experienced in the skies. But look at this reversal of the signature. Eito may have just saved himself, and he rolls himself out of the way again. Olivier is in danger, is in trouble. Cutter! With authority won, and this was important because Olivier did not have resiliency built up. Still doesn't. If Eito hits the signature, it could be bad news bears for this team. Runs him into the referee. Kick to the gut. Off the ropes. Big clubbing boot right to the temple again. Oh my gosh. Onto the shoulder. He's going for the sight's edge. It lands. But Olivier this time does have resiliency. If he had knocked it off of that boot, he might have won this matchup. But instead, 1-2, he still opens up a path to victory. These two teams are not given an inch. Went for a stomp there. Big clothesline, however, takes Eito down. I want to point out, these two are the two that could end this matchup. Into the corner. I was going to say their partners can't come in, but a tag here does not let Claude come in. Big uppercut. But a shot from behind may have saved Olivier in this matchup. But it gave reason for Sampo to make the tag. And he's got a signature and a finisher. But a swing blade may be exactly what he needed. Stands him right back up. Tries to send him into the ropes, but instead sends him into the corner. Turns him around, but reversal of the signature. Olivier's still alive. Hurricane Rana. Desperate to make the tag to Claude. Has to roll Sampo out of the way. Sampo literally trying to body block the tag. But Olivier trying to fight him into the corner. Sampo instead goes to make the tag. No, doesn't go to make the tag back. He's going for a finish. In the corner. But Olivier at the last second reverses out of the way of it. Hurricane Rana, he's still alive. He's still got life. If he did not reverse that, that would have been game over. It would have been match over. But Sampo still not willing to let this match die and let Olivier survive. Rolls him back through and heads up to the ropes. Calls for Olivier to get up. This, again, could be the end of everything. Olivier's got no resiliency off of the ropes. DDT! Shades of Ibuki with that move. And a tag's been made back to Eito. Man, oh man. This is what I was talking about. Something about this team. In the second half of the match, they usually just come to life. And that honestly could be enough. Olivier might be down. 1, 2. They stole it. And I want to point out, first of all, how good the Scheme team did look. Up until the Facade saw their plan. They made a beeline and targeted Olivier. Made sure Olivier could never make that tag. Olivier tried to make that tag, I think, on 2 different occasions. Very late in that match, Sampo able to stop him. Olivier even tried reversing signatures, reverse finishers, but again, we're able to stop him. Look at these combinations from the Scheme team. My gosh, and a double stomp right afterwards. They were on their A game, but their plan A did not succeed. Look at this. This is all that first half of the match where they destroyed both members of the Facade. 1, 2. And I believe that was resiliency. Off the ropes. Frog splash here, and then right afterwards, hit the finisher off of the middle rope, ran into the referee, and look at this. I don't even know what this was, but a boot right to the temple of Olivier. 1, 2, 3. At the end of it all, Eito and Sampo take a victory here tonight. That may be like Sampo's like second victory or something. I'll tell you, maybe third. But I'll tell you what. Stars, please. All four of the boys had a killer tag team match. Not for nothing. We will go on though because it is time. 1-on-1. It will be Pai versus a member of the Third Law. So I ask you, are you ready? Well, I am. So let's get the show on the road, shall we? It is Pai, a member of the Third Law, going one-on-one. Let's check it out. As the stars go, I don't know. Pai, and we'll talk about this during the instances, and we'll talk about it, I guess, right now because the stars are going black. Pai has been, crashing out is the right term. And I think that's about it. Crashing out is just the right term. It is just the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I think losing in such a fashion to Golden at Valentine's Violence, and then seeing Mondo take a heavy loss recently to Golden as well, has not been good for Pai's mental state. It feels like Pai's ended last year the best his career has ever been, and since then has been falling and falling and falling. Everything that he says has not been coming to light. In that scathing promo that he and Golden cut against each other after the win and after the dominant win of Golden, a lot of people have been thinking, I guess everything Golden said was right and everything that Pai said was just him caught in his own head. Unfortunately, that's not good for Pai's mental state, but one-on-one, who is gonna come out from the Third Law? Okay. It is Kave, and he's actually coming out to a regular music. And no mask on. Okay. Interesting, to say the least. I guess we'll see how this all plays out. It is Kave, it is Pai, and they're going one-on-one tonight. Pai. Kave. What? What? Where's the audience? Where is anybody? Where are, goodness gracious. Hey. Just empty. They just vanished. Are you seeing what I'm seeing though? Okay. I have headaches. I'm gonna try and deduce what I can with everybody who's watching. Get the security team, get the IT team, everybody. We gotta figure out where this is. Thank you. All right. So, I'm experiencing this with you guys. I suppose you could say in real time. Ooh, that's kind of chilling. When there's nobody else in the arena and you just hear one and a whole bunch of people say one. This isn't even an arena. I don't know what this is, where this is. Pai's still fighting his darndest, literally in like the dark. Here's the one thing I suppose. Pai, I would think, would have the advantage because, like, oh my gosh, Pai can see Kaveh right now. But Kaveh can easily see Pai because Pai's got these light up, bright up shoes. Nobody has the advantage in that regard. And in that sense, Kaveh does because he has fought in whatever this place is before. Punching Pai in the back. Pai's still fighting on, staying true. Went for a big boot there, but still missed because, let me tell you, it's so dark. And the other thing is he's wearing a bunch of sunglasses, or not a bunch of sunglasses, but some sunglasses. But he still has that cartwheel Alabama slam that he was able to hit. And now going after are they even walking on ground right now? What is going on? And over there to the side, A? Is that the boss from before? Dude, something about this entire area just gives me the chills. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but it doesn't give Pai the chills. It might just make Pai even more upset, Kaveh pushing Pai away. Last second. If anything, this does still feel like it's a fair fight. A fair-esque fight, you know what I mean? But look at this, outside the ring, looks like a sharpshooter on Pai, already feeling his midsection getting torn apart by Kaveh. Kick, and a kick right back, but hold on, trading signatures here. Nobody's out of this thing. Man, it is so... I hate it, dude. I hate that there's not a single... No noise, no barricades. And Pai now arguing with whoever this A is. Who is A? Is this Pretty Little Liars, dude? Goodness gracious. Oh, but this distraction was almost enough. But it did end up being enough. I think Kaveh low-key just barely hit that. Couldn't really see Pai in that regard. And it looks like this boss, A, is sliding a chair into the ring. I don't even see where the chair is, dude. This is such a hard match to call because I can't see half of what's going on. More than half of what's going on, honestly. Oh, look at that. Pai goes throat first in the exposed turnbuckle. Didn't even know it was exposed. It's so dark out here. And I do think Pai may have reversed a finisher. Maybe? Chair in the hands of Kaveh, though. Right onto the skull of Pai. Into the pinfall. That is 1. Still just 1. Still a count of 1. Turn around. And stomp right to the head. Not a stomp, really. Just a knee strike right to the back of the head and neck. We know that Pai's had head and neck injuries as these two are now trading blows in the dark. Pai's, at this juncture, I think just throwing blindly. And you can see that this lights out thing is really affecting him. Kaveh said, come on, throw one. Come on, try and hit me. He said, try and do it again. And then knocks Pai out. Kick to the guts. Pai is stunned there for a moment. And another strike right to the face of Pai. Dragging Pai towards the center of the ring. Unsure what Kaveh's got planned here. But Pai able to drag Kaveh down. I think onto that chair, maybe, kind of. Slice of Pai. I don't know where the chair is. I just don't know where it is, you know what I mean? That's one. Still just one. That was a strong kick out of one, too. Could not use that chair. Went for a clothesline there, but instead, Pai, a little bit faster, slams Kave down. Kave stands right back up, ducks out of the way of Pai's move there. Pai, however, able to get some combinations into a German suplex. A little German suplex. Pai very close to having another finisher work up, using that chair to just try and beat down Kave in the dark. But look at getting called out by this A. And you know, you let Pai run his mouth, Pai will run his mouth. But let me tell you, that might have been, oh, wait a minute, rolled out of the way. Still might not work out in the favor of Kave. Kave, however, not as banged up as we think he is. Looks like he may have eaten that slice of pie and spine buster to Pai instead. I can hear the chair. And I can hear it so vividly, I just don't know where it is. Big kick. And several strikes right to the side of the neck of Pai. Dipping deep down into that submission hold. Pai does not burn. But now there's a steel chair. Oh, wait a minute. Pai steps through, but stepped right into whatever move this is by Kave. Drops him onto the chair, maybe? 1, 2. Pai burns resiliency. I can't see anything, dude. I can't see anything, and I want to point out Kave does still have a finisher. Pai tried to trip him up, but again, I think Kave saw the light-up shoes move by Pai. Pai trying to roll out of the way, but Kave a step faster. I think Pai was thinking about that slice of pie there, but instead gets dropped by Kave. Y'all, I am so sorry. This is the matchup that we expected. But not the matchup that we were really gonna get. And taunting, that's how Pai started the match. Kave literally taunting him like that, and that could be the end. 1, 2, Pai kicked out. Maybe out of pure spite at that point, but Pai able to kick out of that move. Slowly getting up to his feet. Both have a finisher. Whoever hits it, not whoever hits it next. Kave does still have resiliency. And double underhook, steps back and drops Pai onto the knee. Turns Pai around. Pai able to push away, actually reversing the finisher. But look who, again, distracting Pai. And from behind, oh my gosh, what is that? Is that a sledgehammer? It is, it's a sledgehammer right into the small of the back of Pai. Pai was also had a history of back injuries as well. No to the spine. Pai still able to get out. Oh my gosh. That was scary. That was scary. We have seen Pai fall from cells multiple times. We know how much of a toll that's taken on his body, so a sledgehammer shot to the small of the back of Pai is not something you... Ooh, wait a minute. Out of nowhere, slice of Pai. Hold on. Oh, but Pai too tired to immediately take advantage of it. Has to be slow to get up to his feet. And goes for the pinfall. Wait a minute. No resiliency on Kave. 1. Pai trying to grab that sledgehammer. Puts it right back down. And again, trying to knock down this third law, I think, leader. Whoever they are. And again, right to the... Wait a minute. Reversal by Pai. Reversal by Pai. I was going to say right to the exposed turnbuckle. This time, Pai says, have a taste of your own medicine. Dropping Kave down. Kave stands right back up, though. And out of nowhere, the blueprint lands for 1, 2. Oh! We talked about being powered by spite. And I think we're seeing some real spite here tonight. There is a little history with Pai and Kave as well, back when Pai was actually teaming up with Mondo. Elbow drop to the heart, though. Pai now has an injured head. I think that actually landed right on the face. 1, 2, and that's all she wrote. And now coming out to this music instead. Now here's what I was going to tell you guys. I was certain that we were gonna see the member in white. That's not what unfolded here tonight. Kave kicked out of 2 slices of pie at 1. One came out of nowhere off the ropes. And I want to say the biggest proponent of this matchup was this third law member, known, I guess, exclusively as A. Who is A? Pai continued to kick out, but after an elbow drop right to the head. It is sickening that we see an elbow drop. Usually that lands to like the top of the chest to the midsection. That was right to the head. That could have crushed the skull of Pai. I don't even know how Pai gets back from here. I don't know where here is. What is going on? I got... Can we get my show back? Can we? No, I'm okay. We got our match card back. Yo, I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh my gosh. We have so much other stuff to deal with. Honestly, I need a drink. Legit. We have to go on. It is what? Time for our main event. I thought that the main event was going to be the thing that would cause me the most stress, but apparently not. It is one-on-one Miku and Neru in an I Quit match as the stars go black. It is a big fight feel in our main event. A woman who came in with the IRC. Oh, they even lit up the bridge that's usually here for Rebellion. Okay. I see them. Okay. Out first, the powerhouse of the IRC. Neru is here.
Making her way to the ring from the internet, Akita.
You heard our announcer. The only way to win this match is by making your opponent say, I quit. No tap outs, no pinfalls. You can do a submission and force them to say I quit while they're in the submission, but they have to verbally say the words, I quit. You knock out your opponent, the match still goes on. You have to say, I quit. Our referee for tonight will have a microphone in hand. I believe Clyde is calling this one. It is going to be an uphill battle for both of these ladies who have a history together, but are for the first time facing each other one-on-one in the AWE. And a woman who has been a major target of Shingo Lamingo's rage. Is this going to be her last night? Find out. Deity, Miku. Now, Miku has had an up and down history here in the AWE. She has ups, won the All-Star title, getting there to win the All-Star title through, you know, some potentially not crazy means. To win the championship, she didn't do anything wrong. To try and keep the championship, she almost killed Brinka to do so. That being said, a lot of her bad intentions were to, I don't know, something. We know that there's something weird going on with Miku. We don't really know a million percent. We have like general ideas that she was doing things for someone else. And that still has me questioning exactly what. There's still something going on, it feels like, behind the scenes here. But it also feels like, well, those behind the scenes things may be as much as they can do because she has saved people. She saved Farina. She got Farina's and a lot of people's powers back after the Amon incident, and her win helped fire Amon. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Tonight, it's not about firing. It's about leaving. Not for any selfish purposes, but honestly an extremely selfless purpose. Miku trying to leave the AWE to essentially say, hey, okay, now that I am not in control of either character, it's Neru, it's Miku. It's a one-on-one. And it's on Miku immediately rolling, ooh, with a double stomp. Miku very serious about what's going on here tonight. Big clothesline out of the ring, and this is immediately split to the outside. The intensity and the history between these two. For the first time meeting one-on-one in the AWE, however. And an elbow drop to the heart. And a kick right to the head. Miku was very keen on just quitting, but now realizes maybe I can help Neru, maybe I can get her out of the IRC. That's a possibility. Will that happen is the million-dollar question. She's got to beat Neru to do it. Can you imagine an IRC without Neru? Neru is their heavy hitter. I think Neru is easily their best wrestler. When it comes down to it tonight, though, it's dangerous territory. Immediately trying to get Miku to yell, I quit. But Miku yells no into the microphone. Clyde's going to keep pulling that microphone, hoping, praying for somebody to say yes. You get your opponent to say yes to that, I quit. Oh, man. Miku's in a little bit of danger immediately. You get your opponent to say yes to that, I quit. The Clyde asking you. Then this match is over. It's not going to be pinfall or submission. If your opponent gets knocked out, you're going to have to wait for them to come to try and say, I quit. That's the only way this thing ends. Miku looks like she's going to get some help from underneath the ring. What is that? It is a light tube. Oh my gosh, didn't shatter, but went right into the eye of Neru there. Neru able to stop herself from under those stairs, but instead, ooh, I was going to say gets Germaned, gets reversed there. As Miku's up on the shoulders, Miku able to reverse right now as well. This is still, admittedly, right now, pretty even between Neru and Miku. Holding her neck. Getting that arm, twisting her around and stomping on the back of the head. Lifted up again, and reversal by Neru, and Miku goes tumbling down. Stomp right to the arm. And Neru again going for a submission, begging Miku to say yes, but she yelled no to that I quit. Neru lets it go, and goodness gracious, Neru looked like she worked out for this match. Goodness. The arms looking crazy, but Miku not intimidated as these two still going at it. One-on-one. Will Neru quit the IRC? Will Miku quit the AWE? The answer lies in this main event as a stomp right to the hand. They're trying to wear each other down as much as possible. And, oh my gosh, hold on, a little bit of brawling action from Miku and a slap right at the end. I don't know if... Immediately yelled no. Clyde was like, are you done? And she said no immediately, especially after that slap. Miku, I don't know if that was the right decision. And I think that, oh, maybe it's something that she will live to regret. Popped up, and Miku with a punch there, able to stay on her feet. And look at that, strikes. And right with a kick right behind the ear. Hold on a minute. It ain't over till it's over. Where is Miku going, though? Under the ring for something else. Oh, hold on a minute. No. Is that a bag? I thought we removed those. That's a bag of thumbtacks. And a reversal of finisher too, clothesline. Asking Miku if she quits, please do not put those thumbtacks down, please. Miku already yelling no. We've been doing so good at removing those from underneath the ring. Also, reversal of the finisher right back and dropping Neru on the ropes. Nobody's got finishers or signatures. Both of these ladies very close to both. And just like that, Miku's got a finisher. Will she hit forgiveness? Will she hit gospel? $1,000,000 questions on the minds of everyone. No, she's actually going to get another weapon. And it's that 2x4 covered in nails. Oh, hold on. Neru was actually a little bit too... Oh, caught her right into gospel lands. Gospel lands. And Clyde calling for it. Neru yells immediately saying, no, I do not quit. It is not over, but a block right there. Miku getting lifted and slammed down. And right afterwards saying, Clyde, call it. No, didn't say Clyde called it. My bad. Was just waiting for Miku to get back up. Turn Miku around. Miku able to get the reversal off. Right now, Miku's got, admittedly, a pretty strong advantage on the shoulders. And, ooh, Samoan drop. No, I'm sorry, not Samoan drop. A little bit of, I think, almost wasteland. A shout out to Wade Barrett. Oh, ducked out of the way of that move. A shot to the back. Kuzu's going crazy with the cameras right now. Getting every angle he possibly can. Going underneath and popped up. Spine buster. By the powerhouse of the IRC. It is a dangerous territory. Luckily, nobody's put down those. Oh no, goodness gracious. What is this? Goodness! No. Yes, thank goodness. Oh man. Anything but putting those thumbtacks all over the place, please. Please. Yeah, just ask her. Just quit, dude. Just quit. Miku up on her side. Feeling a little bit of the hurt already. I'm not actually sure if Miku's okay, but she did say no. A little slow to saying no, and that's bad news, but a reversal by Neru. I'm sorry, by Miku onto Neru. Lift her right back up, may be able to hit the signature, but a reversal of the signature right back. As these two are not stopping in the slightest. No, Neru, please. Neru, no! Thumbtacks all over the ring! In this I Quit match! Oh no, please do not slam anyone onto those thumbtacks, come on. Reversal. Miku may just saved herself. A kick to the guts, but blocked by Neru. No. Okay, it's a full Nelson. Just quit, Miku, just quit. If you don't quit right now, she's gonna slam you onto those tacks, dude. She said no. Oh my gosh, face first. Into the tacks. No. Oh my gosh. What is this? No. Oh, onto the 2x4. That's even worse. IRC elbow with a face full of tacks and an elbow drop onto the 2x4. She doesn't ask. She's not done. That's a wrench. Brains her with a wrench twice, 3 times. Miku just quit. She's injured.
Yes, I quit.
She's got a face full of tacks. The end of that match slowly turned into one of the most sickening things I have seen. Gospel hit. And this is where things got a little crazy. She had already gotten a face full of tacks and then dropped her back and neck first onto this Janice. Hit the wrench in the face time and time again. And Neru just laughs at her. I don't know what to say. I don't know how Shingo's gonna feel about this. But with tacks, a wrench, and nails strewn about the ring, it's over. Miku quits the AWE. It's what she wanted at the start of this, and Neru said, I'm going to give it to you. Okay, let's get back to our card, actually. We had Neru make Miku quit the AWE. And I don't know if that was a mercy. I can't know. It certainly wasn't a mercy by Neru. You saw what she did. Y'all saw what she did. She could have won that. She drove the head of Miku after having her in a full Nelson into a bed of thumbtacks. Hit a muscle buster and then took a wrench to the head of Miku over and over and over again. And that was right after this. Who is A? Eito and Sampo came back from a deficit again. That just might be their MO. Skeletor and Dante had a fantastic one-on-one, but Gen came out, stared Skeletor down. It looks like those two might have a dance in the future. And Elphelt with a punch-up by her side. Coming in late, but still coming in better late than never with a big win against Darumi. That was AWE Rebellion, and you're going to be here for... There's a lot of fallout happening this from this. I don't know how this is going to go. Give me the stars. Miku has quit the AWE. What's that going to do to the psyche of you-know-who, Shingo Lamingo? Maybe she'll actually start doing her job right, but I doubt that that's the case. I'm gonna take off. I'm losing it right now. The show started off okay, and then after like the March, and don't forget March is defending the championship, the Fight Forever Championship against Ashi. Yeah, I don't know what there's gonna go on there, but that is going to be a Fight Forever Championship match this Friday. Oh my gosh. So many questions, no answers. Toodaloo Fly Crew. Thank you for watching.